What if I told you you are in a prison right now? Not a prison made of walls, not a prison made of chains. A prison so perfectly designed that you decorated it yourself. You put curtains on the windows, you made it comfortable, you called it your personality, your habits, your life. And the most terrifying part? The door was never locked. 2,500 years ago, a man sat under a tree. He had everything: wealth, power, love, family, and he walked away from all of it, not because he was crazy, but because he saw something that most humans never see in their entire lifetime. He saw the prison. His name was Siddhartha. And what he discovered that night is exactly what's keeping you stuck right now. Every prison starts with one brick. For you, that brick was laid in childhood. Someone told you you're too sensitive. Stop crying, be strong, don't dream so big, be realistic, you're not that special. You didn't argue, you were too young to argue, so you accepted it. And that acceptance became a belief, that belief became a habit, that habit became your identity. Buddhism calls this Samskara, the invisible impressions that shape everything you do, everything you feel, everything you think you are. You didn't choose your prison, it was built for you, brick by brick, year by year, by people who were themselves inside their own prison. Think about it. Why do you always say sorry even when it's not your fault? Brick. Why do you self-sabotage right when things get good? Brick. Why do you feel guilty for resting? Brick. Why do you feel not enough no matter what you achieve? Brick. That's not you, that's your prison talking. Here's where it gets dark. Most prisons are uncomfortable. You want to escape them. But this prison, your invisible prison, it's comfortable, familiar, safe. Your anxiety, it feels like preparation, like you're being responsible. Your bad habits, they feel like rewards, like you deserve them after a hard day. Your numbness, it feels like peace, like you finally stopped caring. Buddhism has a word for this comfort: Moha, delusion. The most dangerous chains are the ones that feel like blankets. And so you stay, not because you can't leave, but because leaving feels more dangerous than staying. Siddhartha sat in his palace for 29 years, silk clothes, beautiful wife, servants, everything. But every night something whispered to him, this isn't real, this isn't freedom, you are comfortable, but you are not free. That whisper, you've heard it too. At 2 a.m. when you can't sleep, when you're surrounded by people but feel completely alone, when you achieve something you worked years for and feel nothing. That whisper is not anxiety. That whisper is not depression. That whisper is your soul knocking on the prison door. Every prison has guards. Yours has 3. Guard number 1, fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of being truly seen, fear that if people knew the real you, they would leave. Guard number 2, ego. The part of you that would rather stay stuck than admit it's stuck. The part that says, I'm fine, when everything is falling apart. The part that chooses being right over being free. Guard number 3, comfort. The Netflix at midnight. The scroll that never ends. The food that fills the emptiness for exactly 11 minutes. The familiar pain you keep choosing over the unfamiliar freedom. Buddhism doesn't call these weaknesses. Buddhism calls these the 3 poisons: greed, hatred, delusion. Dressed up in modern clothes, they look like anxiety, bad habits, and feeling lost. Same poison, different bottle, and until you see your guards, clearly you cannot walk past them. The night Siddhartha left his palace, he didn't have a plan. He didn't have a therapist, he didn't have a self-help book, he didn't have a morning routine. He had one thing. He decided to see, not fix, not improve, not optimize, just see. This is the most radical thing Buddhism teaches and the most ignored. We live in a world obsessed with solutions. Fix your anxiety, break your bad habits, find your purpose, 5 steps, 10 tips, 30-day challenge. But you cannot fix a prison you cannot see. The Buddha's first teaching was not about happiness, it was not about peace, it was not about enlightenment. It was about one thing: dukkha, suffering. He said before anything else, you must be willing to look at your suffering directly. Not escape it, not medicate it, not scroll past it. Look at it. Most people spend their entire life running from the thing that would set them free if they just stopped and faced it for 5 minutes. I want you to do something right now. Not tomorrow, not after this video. Right now in your mind. I want you to perform an autopsy. Not on a body, on your yesterday. What was the first thing you did when you woke up? Before you even got up, what did your hand reach for? Phone, right? Why? Were you excited to check something? Or were you running from the silence, from the thoughts that come in those first quiet moments? That reaching, that's a bar on your prison. Then what? You probably felt behind already, rushed, like the day was already against you before it started. That feeling of being behind, where did it come from? Nothing had even happened yet. That's your prison's lighting system designed to make everything look urgent and threatening. Then somewhere in the day, something didn't go as planned. A person said something, a task felt too hard, and what did you do? You reached for something. Food, phone, distraction, anything to not feel that feeling for even 60 seconds. That reaching, that's your prison's room service. Comfortable, reliable, keeping you exactly where you are. Buddhism calls this Samsara, the cycle, not a mystical cycle of rebirth, the very real, very daily cycle of trigger, escape, repeat. Trigger, escape, repeat. And you've been in this cycle so long it feels like personality. It's not, it's a pattern. And patterns can be broken. Your prison runs on 3 illusions. Destroy these and the walls start cracking. Illusion 1, I will be happy when I lose weight, when I get the job, when I find love, when things calm down. Buddhism's answer, the present moment will always arrive as now. You are practicing postponing your life, and you will postpone it until there is no life left to live. Illusion 2, this is just who I am. I'm an anxious person, I'm lazy, I'm not disciplined, I'm the kind of person who can't. Buddhism's answer, Anatman, no fixed self. You are not a noun, you are a verb. You are not anxious, you are experiencing anxiety. You are not lazy, you are practicing laziness. What is practiced can be unpracticed. Illusion 3, I need to figure everything out before I start. I need more clarity, more motivation, more signs, more certainty. Buddhism's answer, a man standing at the edge of a forest, waiting for all the trees to move so he can walk through, will wait forever. You walk, the path appears, not before. 3 illusions, 3 walls of your prison. Now you can see them. Seeing is not enough, but seeing is everything. Before I tell you how to break free, I need to tell you how not to. Because most people who see their prison make one fatal mistake. They declare war on themselves. I need to completely change. I need to destroy my old self. I need to be a totally different person. And then within 2 weeks, they are back in the same cell, feeling worse than before, because now they have failed at escaping too. Buddhism has a principle, ahimsa, non-violence. Most people think it means don't hurt others. It starts with don't hurt yourself. You cannot hate yourself into freedom. You cannot punish yourself into peace. You cannot shame yourself into change. Every time you call yourself weak, lazy, broken, hopeless, you are not motivating yourself. You are adding bricks. The warrior who destroys the prison with rage finds themselves building a new one with the rubble. Freedom is not won through war. Freedom is won through awareness, patience, and something most people have completely forgotten how to do. Compassion for yourself. The night Siddhartha became Buddha, he didn't fight his demons. Mara came, the demon of fear, desire, and illusion, with armies, with temptations, with doubt, and Buddha did something no warrior had ever done. He touched the ground. That's it. He touched the earth and said, I am here. I am present. I see you. And Mara dissolved. This is the master key. Not fighting your anxiety, witnessing it. Not destroying your bad habits, understanding what hunger they are feeding. Not finding your purpose, removing what's covering it. Practically, here is what this looks like. The next time anxiety comes, don't reach for your phone. Sit with it for 90 seconds. Just 90 seconds, name it. This is anxiety. It is a sensation in my chest. It is not me. It is not permanent. 90 seconds and it begins to lose power. The next time a bad habit calls, don't white-knuckle resist it. Ask it one question. What are you protecting me from right now? The habit is not your enemy. It is a guard dog protecting a wound. Heal the wound, the dog has nothing to guard. The next time you feel lost, don't search for direction. Ask a different question. Not, what should I do with my life? But, what have I been afraid to admit about my life? The answer to that question is your compass. This is the master key. Presence, honesty, compassion. Not a 30-day challenge. A lifetime practice. Buddhism didn't give us a destination. It gave us a practice. Every single day, 3 things. One morning witness. Before you touch your phone, before you speak to anyone, sit for 5 minutes. Just sit. Watch your mind like you would watch clouds. Don't judge what comes. Don't fix what comes. Just see. This is not meditation. This is just honesty. 5 minutes of radical honesty with yourself. TWO, the midday question. Once in the middle of your day, ask yourself, am I responding right now or am I reacting? Responding means you are present, conscious, choosing. Reacting means your prison is driving. One question, every day. It will change everything slowly. 3 evening autopsy. Not to judge your day, to understand it. When did I feel most like myself today? When did I feel most trapped? What triggered the prison today? No shame, just data. You are a scientist studying the most fascinating subject in existence yourself. 3 practices, 5 minutes each, 15 minutes total. This is how Buddha broke his prison. Not in one dramatic moment under a tree, in thousands of small, honest moments of choosing to see what life looks like when the walls start to fall. I want to paint you a picture, not of enlightenment, not of perfection, not of a life with no pain, a real picture. Imagine waking up and your first feeling is not dread, not urgency, not the weight of everything you haven't done, just a quiet readiness, like you are on your own side for once. Imagine a conversation where someone says something that would normally trigger you and you feel it, you notice it, but it passes through you like wind through an open window, because you are no longer a closed room. Imagine sitting with discomfort and not immediately reaching for something to make it stop. Just sitting, breathing, knowing this will pass. Everything passes. Imagine looking at your bad habits not with shame and rage but with curiosity. Oh, there you are. I see what you're doing. I don't need you today. Imagine knowing not what you want to do with your life but who you want to be and making every small decision from that place. This is not enlightenment. This is just a life outside the prison. It's available to you. It has always been available to you. The door was never locked. You just had to see it. The invisible prison is real, but so is the door. You built it with beliefs you didn't choose, habits you didn't question, and a version of yourself you were handed, not born as. Buddhism doesn't ask you to become someone else. It asks you to stop pretending to be someone you're not. That's all. That's the whole teaching. If something in this video cracked a wall, even slightly share it with one person who needs to hear this today. You might be the reason they find their door. Subscribe to Echo of Buddhism. Every video we make is one thing, a flashlight in the dark. For people who are ready to see. The next video we go even deeper. See you there.